The movie from yesterday was pretty sad. People weren't happy with what happened after Shibarium was released, and there was some fear in the Shiba Inu community. But luckily, the development team works fast, and it looks like we're back on track. So, if you want some good news and, in a way, a second chance, keep watching this movie. Please note, right off the bat, it turns out that Satoshi was telling the truth in his speech to the town. If you watched the movie from yesterday, Satoshi told what the problem with Shibarium was, which was noted. Some people thought it was a problem with the code or development, but Satoshi said it was because the platform wasn't ready for the increase in traffic. In half an hour, there were about 160 million compute units. At the same time, 400 million compute units were given to the site for the month. So, there was obviously a problem. Still, that problem has been fixed. The development team has moved to a mode that is safer and can handle the crazy amount of traffic. Another problem that was found was that a single block could have both normal transactions and user-made contracts. The development team had to ask a number of blockchain experts for help to fix this. We don't know who these other workers are, but the development team has said that they will soon tell us. Kyle Daria, who works on Shiba Inu, also set the record straight about the picture that was going around. The picture showed a message from Satoshi saying that the money couldn't be gotten back. But Daria said the picture was fake and meant to hurt the team and the project. He went so far as to say that the fund will not be allowed. The team is trying to find out who started it and hold them responsible. Times tabloid says that Daria confirmed that all the money that is briefly being held in the Shibarium bridge is safe. The Shiba Inu team will also back up these funds, which total $2 million. This promise will give users a safety net in case any problems come up after Shibarium is back up and running. In addition, the top developer will give another update on Shibarium scaling tomorrow. At the end of the day, it looks like the problem that Shibarium had was because the team didn't realize how much people were looking forward to Shibarium. Even though they must have wanted Shibarium to be a big hit when it came out, they couldn't have expected there to be 160 million compute units just 30 minutes after the start. So, they weren't ready for that. But now that things have been fixed, it looks like we can now look forward to all the great things we thought the start of Shibarium would bring. Whales must think the same thing because they've been buying a lot of sheep since they heard the problem was fixed. Between August 16, when Shibarium went live, and August 17, when the problem was fixed, the amount of money coming in from sheep large holders went from $1.48 trillion to $8 trillion. In just one day, that's a rise of more than 650%. That makes no sense at all, don't you think? Most likely, they were heartened by how quickly the development team fixed the problem and by the fact that it wasn't necessarily a Shibarium flaw. But the fact that the price of sheep has gone down since Shibarium opened must have convinced them to buy as many sheep as they could. They definitely bought the dip, since Shibarium is working fine now. The cost of sheep could go through the roof. No one wants to be the only one left out. As expected, all of this good news has led to an increase in the price of sheep and other tokens in the economy. At the time this movie was made, Bone had grown by more than 8%, while Leash's growth was very close to 3%. Sheep is almost ready to drop one of its zeros as well, and this is only 24 hours after the dip. If we wait a few more days, we might see even more crazy rises. In fact, the way things are going, experts think there is still a chance that sheep will hit 10 cents. But before we talk about that, this station gives away 100,000 sheep every day. You can enter the prize by subscribing to this channel, liking this video, and leaving a comment below with the hashtag Shiba Inu. Best of luck! Part of the reason for the forecast for sheep is that the community stuck together and didn't run away at the first sign of trouble. If a lot of people had chosen to take their money out of Shibarium as soon as they heard that there was a problem, we would have had to deal with a lot of problems. But they didn't do that, so everything is fine. But Shibarium is without a doubt the biggest reason why experts are optimistic about the price of sheep. Del Crypto has been very outspoken about his confidence. For example, he said on Twitter that he thinks Shibarium will be able to get sheep to 10 cents at some point. The idea is that now that Shibarium has made it cheaper to buy and sell sheep, more people will be interested in the site. He He said that sheep are number 3 in the world because ETH trades cost hundreds of thousands of dollars per. Shibarium has freed sheep from having to pay too much for ETH and made it cheaper for everyone. The next big bull run will be huge. #Dream sheep that cost 1 cent. If you thought this was really helpful, please leave a review and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better movies. When it comes to long-term estimates, experts say that sheep will be around for a long time. I mean, that's the only way to explain why the predictions go all the way to 2032. Anyway, experts say that between now and 2032, which is close to 10 years from now, the price of sheep will have gone up by close to 2,000%. Even so, sheep wouldn't be worth exactly 1 cent, but it would be close. Even so, it's important to keep in mind that this is still just a forecast. Since the crypto market is very changeable, it is hard to say for sure what a token will be worth in 10 years. Shibarium is also a factor that is still pretty new. It could either fail or hopefully overperform, and the way it goes could also affect the price of sheep in the next couple of years. All of this is to say that you shouldn't take this movie as advice about money. If you are trying to decide what to do with your tokens, you should do your own study before deciding. In other news, I already said that Shib isn't the only token that has been rising. Bone has also been doing pretty well, which makes sense given that Bone is an important part of Shibarium. As you may remember, after the Shibarium launch failed, Bone took a big drop. We're talking about a price cut of 35%. But even though the coin hasn't made up for all of its losses yet, its 8% price increase shows that it is on its way to doing so. According to you today's price rise can be explained by 2 main reasons. This could mean that the Bone token's luck is about to change. First, the 8% price increase is a sign of a technical comeback that is meant to fix the sharp drop that happened the week before. The second reason for the impressive comeback is an important update on Shibarium that the project team announced earlier today. Bone is worth just a little more than $1 right now, but you still have time to buy all the Bone tokens you want before the price goes up even more. Remember that if you want to be a validator or a delegator on Shibarium, you need a lot of Bone coins. Last time we checked, you needed 10,000 Bone pieces. You also need Bone tokens, which are the gas fee, to make deals on Shibarium. So, if you want to buy some Bone tokens, you might want to do it now before the price goes through the roof. Having said that, I need to warn you that this is not financial advice. Make sure to find out things on your own. We've reached the end of this movie. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and say something in the comments. This helps me a lot with how YouTube works. Also, please let as many people as possible know about this movie. Let's tell everyone about this.